me up, God. Oh, what a wonderful day. There's a storm out on the ocean, and it's moving this away. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away. Drift away, Lord. Drift away, Lord. You will surely drift away. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away.
Give me the money. Oh, come on, let me hear you clap your hands. Wait a minute, Joe. Oh, let's praise God for those people down in the Bahamas. They didn't miss the storm. But your praise, if you put your praise on reserve, I believe it can reach from here down to Nassau, Bahamas. The same God that took care of Virginia can take care of the Bahamas. Come on, get your praise in your mouth this morning. Get your praise on your heart this morning. Get what the Lord has done for you in mind. Oh, clap your hands. Clap your hands. Lift your voice. Lift your voice. Get out of your seat now. If the Lord been good. Get out of your seat now. If he brought you through. Oh, all right. 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 It will be all right. All right. All right. It will. It will. It will. It will. It will. I'm a witness. It will. I'm a witness. He proved it over and over again. His word is true. I'm a witness what he can do. All right. It will be all right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Did I tell you?
It will be all right.
Did I tell you?
It will be all right.
Did I tell you?
It will be all right.
God told me to tell you.
It will be all right.
It's all right. It's all right. You got to tell yourself it's all right. Even if it feels like it's not. Even if the doctor gives you a bad report, you got to tell yourself it's all right. The Bible said we overcome by a testimony. I've been trying for this house for a while now. Working on this thing. Me and my wife, we working on this thing. All I can tell you, baby, is I don't know when God's timing is going to release it. But till he does, it's all right. You got to think about that situation as far as your life is concerned. I don't know when a change is coming. But I know a change is coming. In the meantime, you got to tell yourself it's all right. And you got to mean that thing. I'll say it like this. Has he brought you out of anything before? When you were on your deathbed, did he raise you up? Well, then you ought to look down your row and say, it's going to be all right. I'm a witness. It's going to be all right. And I feel like praising him just for that good news that's in my spirit, that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. Say, self, get together. It's going to be all right. Shannon Boo, it's going to be all right. When you're walking down the street waving at people, say, I'm going to be all right. That was for you. Jeff, when you walk to church next week, when the people blow it, you say, it's going to be all right. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, because it's going to be all right. I said to say this, that it's going to be all right. The best is still yet to come. At least it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, Tony. It's going to be all right. Chef, it's going to be all right. EJ, it's going to be all right. Mike, it's going to be all right. Whatever you're going through, it's going to be all right, folks. It's going to be all right. That's the good news this morning. That the God we serve cares enough about us that he only can let so much go on before he step in and say, all right, enough is enough. Enough is enough. If you don't believe me, ask Job in the Bible. Job said, yet though he slay me. In other words, yet will I trust him. In other words, it's going to be all right. The whole neighborhood say, Job, you done lost your good mind. Even Job's closest person in the house, his wife, told him, that's it. You ought to curse God and let it go. Job said, you talking foolish. I know it's going to be all right. And that's all I want to tell you this morning. When we worship God, we got to worship him with that truth, thought that it's going to be all right. That faith in our heart that it's going to be all right. Thank you, baby. It's going to be all right, Lily. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Let's praise God and worship him. Let's thank God for that word, that it's going to be all right. The reason I want to encourage you to worship with that in mind is because I feel like we're moving into a new season, a more mature season. I really want to see us mature in worship in the sense that it don't have to necessarily be predicated upon how we feeling at that moment. You can completely not feel like doing it. But maturity says that God has been good to me. That's what maturity says. Maturity says, I don't need a worship leader. I'm my own worship leader. I can stand right here and just think on the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me. My soul will cry out. You don't have to worry about me, bro, worship leader. Opening my mouth. That's the maturity I'm praying that we moving into. It's a new season. It is my season of that type of maturity. It's your season. It's that type of season. I'm going to ask Brother Derek to minister this song as we enter into that worship and that mindset. Do you believe that this is a new season for you as we enter into consecration? I pray that you will guard your heart and mind. And then ask like David, create in me a clean heart. Renew the right spirit in me. Renew the right spirit in me, Lord. Understanding that you have blessings stored up for me. God, but I've been out of position. But as I move into this new season, I really want you, God, to move on my behalf.